Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new show called Inmate to Roommate. Listen, y'all have been asking me down in the comments if I've watched Inmate to Roommate, and I have not. But then I said, you know what, let me go ahead and check this out and see what I was doing. So for me, it's kind of like a mix between love during lockup and love after lockup, except the people are not in love. They just take these people in. Like, are they getting a stipend from the government? Like, child, what is going on? But anywho, I'm going to try to the best of my ability to let y'all know what's going down in episode 3. So let's just get right on into it, honey. So there are some people who are taking in inmates, right? But before we get to the actual review, I just want to say, if you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. So when the episode left off last week, this lady named Cyndi and her friend Richard were going to pick up Jennifer, okay? Now, I don't have any pictures. I couldn't find any pictures of these people. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to try to create a visual for you. And hopefully y'all can get into it as y'all get into it. So Cyndi and Richard are waiting for Jennifer to be released. And he's the one that introduced Jennifer to Cyndi. Now, really and truly, I think that Cyndi is just trying to find somebody to take care of her. Because Cyndi had to get her leg amputated because she's diabetic, right? So they're waiting. Jennifer comes out. She's all smiles. She's been locked up for 7 months. Now, she did say that she was grateful. And she said that Cyndi seemed fun and laid back. Now, mind you, this is in the first 5 minutes. Okay. Jennifer wanted a cigarette. Here goes Cyndi talking about, her wanting a stimulant right out of jail. It's kind of alarming to me. Girl, how you gonna say that it's alarming to you, yet you partook in the cigarette with Cyndi? Make it make sense with Jennifer. Cyndi, make it make sense, child. Moving forward. So now we're down in Seattle with Vada, Mark, and Analissa. Now I'm going to tell y'all straight up. Really and truly, the only thing that's really getting into it is Vada, Mark, and Analissa. Now, Analissa, she's the one that calls the shots. She runs that entire household, including Vada. When they were first introduced, Vada did not even know when they met, what year they met, how they met, and if they even damn met. So just looking at their dynamic, I can tell that Analissa runs the house and she wears the pants in the family. Okay. Last episode, Mark came to live with them. Her daughter Deja was not having it. She was like, yeah, I'm not fond of Mark. I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm going to go ahead and head out because I just see how this is going to turn into a disaster. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave. So baby, she took her half wig that she done pushed all the way up to the front and put a headband on it, and she was gone. Okay. Deuces. She out the door. Now, when he gets released from prison, there are 2 women waiting there for him. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why can't you go stay with them? Because I'm telling you right now, as disrespectful as Mark is, I would not be able to do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. So he leaves and stays out all night, y'all. As soon as he gets to their house, he's like, ugh, this looks like some old abandoned warehouse. This is awful. Ain't no TV. I'm not finna be here. I'm gonna use this as a storage. You know what I'm saying? So he ends up leaving. He walks in the next day, sits down, and asks Analissa if the 2 girls could stay there with him in his room. Are you crazy? Are you insane? So she's like, no, those girls will not be able to stay here. Like, what are you even talking about? I cannot believe you even act. No, they're not going to be able to stay here. So, I mean, y'all got to go, honey. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. Now, she was letting him know that you barely are inside. And now you want them to come inside and sleep in the same bed as you? That would be a no. Like, what do you think this is? This is not a brothel. So they get up, right? The 2 girls, and she's trying to say goodbye to them. She's like, yeah, you're not going to be able to stay here. And so as they're walking out, one of them calls her a B, right? Now he done walked out with the 2 misfits he done brought over there. So here go Vada. I can't believe that he even asked you that. She said, yes, that's just disrespectful. Vada talking about, they must think we some freaks. Now, truth be told, I feel like that man was with it. If he was not married to Analissa, he could have invited them girls, and everybody else's girls. Honey, I like girls. He was looking at them young girls and he ain't fooling me. I'm like, Vada, you cannot be trusted. Okay, you could not even remember when you met this woman or even the year that you met this woman. And the way that you were smiling from ear to ear just shows me that you would get down with whatever the get down was. But see, Analissa runs you, controls you, and tells you what to do, how to do, and when to do it. And thank goodness, because otherwise it would be a mess. Now, mind you, the two girls came, and Mark's story to Analissa was that their Airbnb was not ready, and so they need to stay there. Baby, I don't give a damn. They can go. I don't know where they're going to go, but they can go. And the fact that Mark would have even had the nerve to ask that is insane to me. You are not here 24 hours and you come back with house guests? Child, please. So he goes outside to get his things out of the girls' cars because he has to stay there. He's like, I'm just going to go and stay here because, they said that I had to be paroled to a certain house. So I'm just going to stay here. So he walks back in like ain't nothing happened. Analissa is mad as hell, as she should be. He gonna say, what kind of man would I be if I didn't ask you if they could stay? They ain't got nowhere to go. First of all, what kind of man are you, period? You just got out. Your attitude is horrible. You're ungrateful. And you feel like somebody owe you a party just because you got out. Boy, please. These people are doing your family a favor. If they wanted you, then you would be with them. And those girls that are hanging out with you, they're probably the reason why you were in trouble in the first place. Why would you get out and then go right back to your old stomping grounds and people you've been hanging around with that probably are bad influences? And that one that had her eyebrows drawn on and that was wearing that boot, baby, I know she trouble. Her attitude just screams, I need an intervention. Okay, it just screams, I need Dr. Phil, Ayanla, somebody. I wouldn't let them heifers stay with me, I know that. And then she called her a B2? Child, you crazy. Moving forward. So she told him, look, you got to be in the house by 11. But he was not having that. Vada said, well, if you do it for a week, then okay. She said, no, he needs to do it for at least 2 weeks. No, he needs to keep the curfew indefinitely. This is my house. If I say you need to be in by 11, you need to damn be in by 11. And I also feel like he needs to keep that curfew because he going to end up right back in the pen. So therefore, and thus and such, 11 it is. So baby, he's like, all right, I'll go ahead and keep the 11. He goes in his room and sees that there's a window directly to the outside. Baby, I already planned an escape. Baby, y'all gonna have to put some alarms on the windows, child, because he gonna be out. Y'all gonna check in there at 11 o'clock and he gonna be in there. And as soon as he hear y'all snoring, he gonna be out the door. Moving forward. Now we're over here with Marisol, Jim, and Mickey. Now, Mickey is the inmate. Marisol and Jim, they're both pastors and they're a couple. So they're on their way to get him, right? Because he said he was getting out on this day. She's a little bit nervous about it. Girl, listen to that discernment. Listen to it. Side note, I was watching this show. Why does all of the houses that these people are going to live in look dreary and depressing? I don't know if it's just because it's on the A&E channel or what. Because everything just looked depressing. I'm like, oh, turn some lights on. When did y'all film this? I don't know, child. It was just giving depressing, child. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So they get there to pick him up, and he still has holds from other things that he's done. Now, mind you, he did not reveal these things to them. They thought that he was getting out. They find out that he has a string of other charges when he told them that it was because of a probation violation that he was even locked up. See, he already lying. Nobody got time for that. If you already lying, then you need to go because that's not going to work. Absolutely not. Moving forward. I couldn't do this. I just couldn't do it. And I couldn't be with a man who thought that it was okay to put me in harm's way. Because why are you moving another man in here that's been in jail with me? I'm not about to be tiptoeing around my house and not able to be comfortable because you want to save the world. That's not going to work. You and him can be roommates and I can go. So now they see that he's not getting out and that he was in there for violence, right? So Marisol, she's just like, well, now that we know that makes things different. Ma'am, you need to be upfront and honest with Jim and tell him that you do not want to do it. So they go outside to wait because they're just hoping that once he sees the judge virtually, that he'll go ahead and be released. David and Aaron. So it's the first day that Aaron is out in the free world. David is a teacher and David has worked with people that have been incarcerated before. And so he took in Aaron. I wish I had pictures for y'all, but I don't. But look, go ahead and watch this on A&E so that you can keep up with the reviews. So it's the first day, right? And Aaron is singing his worship music. Praise is what I do, is what I do. Baby, he's singing. Baby, he getting this praise on. So then when he came out, David was like, yeah, Aaron, he's doing all that singing. This man said, I don't really like to be woken up by lullabies. When I tell you I holler, because baby, that's not a lullaby. Okay? That is a gospel song. That is not no dang on lullaby. Now, David is super annoyed by all things Aaron. Okay? Especially him being a Christian. He don't like it. I think that Aaron would potentially snap on David. And I'm not trusting it too tough. But I'm also not trusting David too tough. This is just a bad situation, y'all, because Aaron looked like he's ready to snap at any moment. So they sit down for breakfast because they cooked breakfast together, right? And Aaron is asking, what his expectations of him are. So he said, I just want you to have open communication, be respectful, and I need you to make sure that you watch the people that you bring over here and clean up after yourself. Well, baby, what he say that for? Aaron was like, I'm a grown man. Of course I'm going to clean up after myself. But then he told him, well, let me tell you my expectations. Please don't talk to me after 10. I go in my room. I close my door. I don't want to be spoken to. Don't talk to me after 10. So then David was like, well, is there anything that I need to look out for as far as, you're concerned? And Aaron basically said his sobriety because he still struggles with it. So he just wants him to look out for signs that maybe some things are going on with him. Aaron's worried because he doesn't have a lease. And so David said, yeah, that was on purpose. That was intentional. Aaron is cool with it just as long as he doesn't put his things on the curb. He was like, listen, okay, you said it was intentional that we don't have a lease. Cool. But do not put my stuff on the outside. The way that David's whole personality just flipped after he realized that Aaron wasn't as tall as he thought. David, I'm wondering if all you were looking for was a roommate. Because, baby, I sense you wanted a love after lockup situation. I'm just not understanding how it's going. Because in the episode before this, he was like, he's not as tall as I thought. And he's not as... I'm like, David, what's going on now? Okay, honey. Things that make you go, I don't see this working. Both of them are annoyed with each other. Aaron looked like he ready to pull out a shank. David looks like he just wants somebody to be in there to talk to. Honey, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Child, we back over here in Seattle. Vada, Mark, and Analissa. So it's day 3. He done been out for 3 whole days. Now, mind you, there are all these rules, right? And Vada takes him to a hookah bar. See, Vada, that's why Analissa keeps her thumb on you. That's exactly why. And when she see this, baby, you will be sleeping on the couch. You will be. They sit down, they talking. They order a hookah. Vada is telling him that he was, rude as hell to his wife and he needs to respect his wife. I can't stand Mark's smug attitude because he was just sitting there looking at him like, yeah, okay, dude, you have to do this because, basically Analissa runs you. And that's the reason why you telling me that I need to be nice to your wife. So he tells Vada, look, your wife is a blocker. Okay. She likes to block. And Vada's just sitting there looking stupid. First of all, I hate the name Vada. It's annoying me to have to keep saying it. So anyway, child, it's just annoying. I don't like none of these names. Vada, Beta, Lisa, Bisa. I just don't like it, child. So anywho, he tells, Mark that he needs to apologize to Analissa because she put a lot of effort into his room and they really want to help him. And I feel like he is down to do what Mark wants to do. If he were not with Analissa, it will be all good. They will be doing whatever. But since they're together, they have to present a united front. Talking about, please don't tell my wife I'm smoking. Oh, okay. He ain't gonna tell her, but there's a whole camera crew filming you at this moment. What are you even saying? Moving forward. Now we're over here with Devin and Daniel. So Devin is in Colorado. Daniel is in Texas. He had Devin that is, because he's the inmate, come all the way down to Colorado only to say that he wanted to stay an extra 5 days. Let me tell you something. I would have told his sister, because he is at his sister's house. I would have told his sister, okay, tag, you're it. I'm not about to be playing these games. This man came all the way to Colorado to drive back with Devin so that he would be in Texas and be there on time. Now, his family doesn't want to have anything to do with him or even have him stay at their homes. And he's doing a favor for them. And he decides, okay, I'm going to stay a few extra days and you can just catch a plane back. Now he has to spend extra money and fly back. So his sister asked him to mow the lawn while she went and dropped the kids off, right? He making all kinds of squiggly lines in the grass, going in a circle. I'm like, oh, child, he would piss me off so bad. I do not know why you ask this man to do anything. So while he's trying to play in the grass, because he really ain't doing nothing else, his ex Kyla called him, trying to tempt him to come see her in the place that he committed all his crimes. She's like, come see me. Please, come see me. No, you gotta come see me. He was like, no, I don't want to. See, that's why you should have been already in Texas. So you wouldn't even have this temptation. You should be gone. So his sister got back home, right? And she's mad as hell because he didn't even cut the grass. She's wondering what he was doing. She's like, did you get high? He's mad for her accusing him, but sir, you can't be trusted. So therefore, and thus and such, we need to know what you've been doing. You didn't even cut the yard. So she's trying to tell him that he has to do right by Daniel and his wife, Kathy, because they're taking him in and he needs to make sure that he does the right thing. I mean, I feel like he might try, but I don't know if he can really put these things aside until he gets out of Colorado. I just think he's very impressionable. I really do. Jim, Marisol, and Mickey. Now, mind you, I told y'all they were waiting outside in the parking lot of the jail waiting to see if Mickey was going to be released. They go back inside to find out that it's going to be an additional 2 weeks. It's still time to back out because, baby, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I would definitely be on the first thing. Baby, I would be on the I-10 by 10. There is no damn way that I'm going to be sitting up waiting on you, hoping and praying that you get out. Absolutely not. So Mickey calls and Jim is telling him, look, we've been here waiting for you, dude. We thought you were going to get out, but they're saying you have another court date and it was postponed for 2 weeks. You didn't have to tell him that because he already knew that. He had y'all come down there for nothing. See, these people are wasting y'all's time. Devin doing what he want. Mark staying out all night long. This man knows that he wasn't getting out of jail, but yet here he is. He is playing in y'all's face, baby. This is y'all's sign from the Lord to leave him be. Moving forward. Child, we back over here with Cyndi and Jennifer. So they all stopped to get something to eat, right? And Jennifer was saying how she really wanted pizza. She would see commercials in jail and she just wants pizza. So that's what she got. But as I was looking at that, I was just like, Cyndi is so creepy to me. I don't know what it is, honey. It's just giving creep. David is creepy to me. Cyndi is creepy to me. It's just giving creepy. Oh, child. So Jennifer is telling her that, you know, she went to jail for selling, but she was set up. And she was addicted to meth and she was selling stuff, you know, what she was selling to keep up with her habit. So then Cyndi brings up her wanting a cigarette. And she's like, I just want to know, how would I know if you were using again? She said, well, if I get very argumentative and I get real snappy, then you'll know that something is not right. So Cyndi gets up and goes to the restroom. And Jennifer is asking her friend Richard, like, so what do you think? Like, do you think this is going to work? Richard just happy it's not him, honey, because Richard was having to do everything for Cyndi before Jennifer came along, and he's trying to pass that responsibility over to Jennifer, and he ain't fooling me. So Cyndi gets back, and she starts asking her if she's going to help her and help with the bills. Cyndi, how is she going to help you with the bills? She literally just touched soil. How's she going to help you with some bills? How? It's not making sense to me. Cyndi doesn't want to help this lady at all. She does not want to help her get reacclimated to society. She wants a live-in home health aide and somebody to pay half these bills. That's what Cyndi wants. Baby, you should have went on Craigslist. If you wanted somebody to pay half the bills, then that's where you should have gone, honey. Not over there to the Inmate.com. Like, that don't make no sense to me. How this lady gonna help you with some bills and she can't? I'm pretty sure she don't have no ID. Probably not even supposed to be driving. It's very hard for them to get, back into society. That's crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, they are living there, but do whatever you were doing before she got there, till she gets on her feet. Like, I just don't know, y'all. Maybe that's just me. Moving forward. Vada, Analissa, and Mark. So, child, we back over here in Seattle. So Vada and Mark get back to the house. Mark is apologizing to Analissa, knowing he lying. She just eating it up. She's like, I just really appreciate you apologizing. And me and Vada, we have good intentions. So they sit down. And she's like, here, you can have some of these strawberries. Baby, he's sucking out on these strawberries. She's smiling and whatnot. Please keep that camera off him while he eats this fruit. Please. Because I can't take it, honey. Please keep it off of him. So they're having a heart-to-heart, right, as he's sitting down and eating this fruit that I don't want to see him eat. And Analissa gave him some grace. She was like, you know what? I'm just going to forgive you. And hopefully, I can help you, because you did say that you wanted me to help you to be an adult and you wanted me to help you be a man. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do. But what I will say to you is when you're speaking to someone, you need to look them in the eye. So he was like, oh, okay. Well, baby, I guess I'm heartless, because he would have been locked out as soon as he left with them women. And then that woman called me out my name too. Baby, he would have never been able to come back in there with me. But that's just me. So then he tells us that basically he apologized to her for show, because he has to make a move. So for now, he has to play nice. So after they talk, he asked her for a hug, right? He was like, yeah, I asked her for a hug because, she going to be like, oh, he's a good guy. He asked me for a hug. Meanwhile, he telling us out here in TV land, yeah, that's how you finesse them. That's how you get them. That's how you got to do. Ew. Nothing about Mark is redeeming to me. He would definitely be on the damn outside. And that is why he would be on the outside, playing in my damn face. Moving forward. Devin, Daniel, and Kathy. So Devin is on his way to Texas, right? He stayed the additional days. Daniel went back down to Texas. Kathy was pissed, but then she calmed down a little bit. So now he's on his way to Texas, and he has to be there to meet his parole officer by the end of the day, or he risks going back to prison. Did y'all hear me? There is no way on God's green earth that this man is going to make it from Colorado to Texas by the end of the day. That is a 13-hour drive. There's no way. So he gets on the road, and the car starts beeping. I said, oh, child, not that check engine light. So, baby, the entire car is smoking. He pulls over. The car is smoking. The car has overheated. And that was the end of the episode. He is definitely not making it to that parole officer. These people's decision-making skills are awful, and we already knew that, which is why they are in the situation that they are in. Your sister didn't even want you there. So you should have just went to Texas when Daniel left. Sometimes you have to put your foot down, which is why I can kind of respect Analissa, because put your foot down and say what it is. Daniel, you should have told him, no, dude, I came all the way to Colorado to get you so we could drive back together. We're on a schedule. If you don't leave now, then the door is closed. You should have told him that. So, child, y'all comment down below and tell me if you watched any of these episodes. If you have not, it's called Inmate to Roommate. Child, and this is season 2. I need to go back and watch season 1. This is a mess. It's on A&E if you haven't seen it. And hopefully you'll come over here for the reviews so we can catch up on it. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.